These are 2001 size 13 Nike basketball sneakers. They cost $60 at Modell's and feature an air bubble built into the sole, though I've never actually seen it. The size 13 is a bit of a trick, since Nikes run small and my feet are actually 12s. The side panels are white leather with a metallic strip, while the tongue is made of a fake leather that fades into a fuzzy gray. They were made in China, purchased in Yonkers, and now reside on top of an unused typewriter in a closet. I never broke my ankle jumping in them.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Damn.
Gabe?
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Listen, I'm in your neighborhood. I wanted to know whether you wanted to walk to a bar and eat some toffee.
I know, Gabe. We already discussed this.
Hi, I'm Gabe Oppenheim, and this is Pedestrians in Bars Eating Toffee. My guest today is Samuel Goldberg, a man who has spent his life walking the streets of the Upper West Side, the Upper East Side, the Village, and other neighborhoods. He's also quite handy at taking escalators. Toffee?
I've never seen it in an awesome vat like this.
Yeah, well, you don't know anything about toffee. But you got to put your hand in there and take them out.
I'm just taking two.
You don't know how to eat toffee?
Oh, really go? Oh my God.
Okay. Best walk you've ever taken by yourself?
It's fairly recent. I was working on a project in London, England.
See, to me, that's not really a pedestrian story. That's more of like a tourist story, because you were experiencing something as like a foreigner. See, I'm gonna be a pedestrian my whole life because I've declared it now, and I love it. And when you love something, you never give it up. It's good. It's a bar of gold. I'll give you a good example. I'm walking from the high school that we went to together. I went through the park. It was like an afternoon, and I get to Midtown where my dad's office is on like the west side, and I see there's like a big crowd on 56th Street. Something must have happened here. This must be like a real New York scene. So I go to where everyone is standing, and then that's when I sort of see in the distance, like, I think a couple fire trucks. Okay, there was a fire in this building, which is like near my dad's building. I hope everyone's okay, you know. But then I moved closer, and that's when I saw it was a guy who had jumped off the building and killed himself. Whoa. Yeah, so that's like a pedestrian story.
I was on the Upper West Side where I grew up. I went to go bring stuff to the dry cleaners, and I ended up schmoozing with James Earl Jones for a half an hour.
Was he picking up or dropping off?
He was dropping off. But hearing somebody like James Earl Jones talking in an enclosed space, here's my sweaters and my sport jacket, like,
Luke, I've stained my tuxedo.
It's
When you walk on the streets with like someone that you care about, right?
Yeah.
Are you thinking like, I have to protect this person? Should I not bump into people? Is there anything like you're thinking about like secondarily?
If I'm with somebody who's elderly, definitely. I'll keep them far from the corner because taxis ride up, you know, people die. Taxis ride up on the curb and kill people.
Yeah, it's very morbid compared to my story.
I've gotten on by pigeons.
So you see this right here? What this is right here is, this is pedestrianism in a nutshell. No pun intended because of the nuts, but it is, right? Because you have all of this stuff on the outside, right? These are skyscrapers. This is Chrysler Building, Empire State, Bank of America Tower, One World Trade Center, the 18-2 building, designed by Philip Johnson, all on the outside. But if you break it open, right, like that, it's something else on the inside, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see what I'm saying?
I got lost when you said this Philip Johnson AT&T building thing.
Oh, you know, it's international architecture?
It was so smug, I couldn't
So when I
couldn't focus on anything else.
Well, do you ever feel like my past success prevents you from talking?
Yes, absolutely.
Because, like, you know, I've done a lot of walking in my day.
You keep asking me questions and then cutting me off while I'm trying to give you answers.
West Wing is famous for the walk and talk, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Sorkin does the walk and
walk and
talk,
talk
right?
guy.
What's the most substantive thing you've discussed while, you know, moving?
But well, actually, you and I had a great walk out at the beach in Atlantic Beach once. Went on the boardwalk and discussed a lot of things.
Yeah, it's true. I was really angry at you, though.
Were you?
Yeah, we were both angry at each other. I thought it was a fight.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about that one.
Oh, you weren't?
I was thinking about the one where we jumped after Hurricane Sandy, where we jumped the fence or whatever to get on the boardwalk, and the guy
and we
came,
got yelled at.
The guy came and yelled at us.
And I'm pretty sure that whole thing was electrified.
Yeah, it was obvious that we shouldn't have been doing it.
Yeah,
but
we
did
shouldn't.
it anyway.
Toffee.
Sticky.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Do you want some of this?
Is that floss?
Yeah, it's floss.
I haven't flossed this way in years. I use the picks they sell at Duane Reade. I always try and make myself bleed when you floss. Isn't that a thing?
No. If your gums are unhealthy, they bleed. You don't try to make yourself bleed. What the hell kind of torturous exercise do you think flossing is?
I'm Jewish.
No, you don't. No.
This is a gross thing to do in a restaurant.
What? No, you just put it back on your plate. What are you talking about?
What time does Sean Connery go to Wimbledon?
I don't know.
10-ish.
Yeah, that's best neighborhood for walking.
I would say the West Village.
The West Village.
West Village.
Yeah, here's why I think you're wrong.
Okay.
Because it's very easy to get lost once the streets are like that. You know what you do? You get on a boat and you go to Staten Island. Have you ever been to Staten Island?
I have. It's not nearly as interesting strolling area.
No. You take the ferry to Staten Island, the last one, so you can't come back until the morning. So then you got to walk around Staten Island the whole night with a flashlight.
You test it and tell me how it goes.
I've done it already.
You've done it.
Yeah.
What's your?
I've done
your favorite area to stroll?
There is not a single
your favorite area
borough.
to strolling is not Staten Island. What's your favorite area to pedestrianize?
Okay, so if you go to the Bronx, the cool thing about like the area of the Bronx that faces the Hudson River, it is a steep cliff. You know, it just falls down, and they got the train tracks down there. So, you know, if you kind of navigate that area by the train tracks by the water, you could easily fall and just land on the tracks or into the water. But if you don't fall, that's a triumphant walk.
I like my adventures to be less death-defying.
Life is lived at its best when two things are happening, okay?
Yeah.
One, you're not dying. That's like a definitional thing, definitive, right? The second thing, right, is chocolate, always.
So I gotta go.
Do you?
I have to get out of here, yeah.
All right.
Super.
Oh, wow.
Good seeing you. Always a pleasure, especially on the weekends. When we
So
have
where are you
time,
walking
right?
now?
Going home.
That you're just walking straight home?
Yeah, I'm going downtown.
No, you should walk somewhere else.
All right, I'll stroll.
Okay, I'm walking this way, north.
All right, I'll wander. Later, buddy.
Cool.
You guys want to do like this sort of wrap up?
Wow, that's uncomfortable.